the Mondayest of all Mondays. My knife order came in, and that is definitely the best part of the day. Really quick here, whenever I do live videos, typically I'm right here and you see these curtains in the back here. They're clearly just wool. We got blanket hangers. This was my idea, not the wife's idea. It is my fault. She will probably eventually get me to change it, but I think it's awesome. And by the way, in case you're wondering, does wool make the house hot? I absolutely believe that the wool curtains help keep the house cool. With the AC going inside, I think it blocks out a lot of the sunlight that comes in here and does a good job at insulating. Anyways, we have a knife drop here, and then I will tell you about how today is the Mondayest of all Mondays. I want to start with a donut special. Here it is. This is really cool. I did a collaboration with Crispy Donut Community because I met them at Blade Show and I was like, holy cow, these are some really cool dudes. A little different than what I normally do. What's up, Jade? Normally different than what I normally do, but rad all the same. Check these out. What's up, Gabe? Crispy Donut Community themed adventure craft, pink Cerakote, blue G10, sprinkle Kydex. I get that donuts are not a theme that is most people's thing, but if we can take a theme that people like, a really high-vis, really brightly colored knife like this, we can make it fun, and it just happens to be ultra practical. That's a win. These are going to be available through the Crispy Donut Community website. So I will put a link to that in the description box below or in the comment below or something. And it is also linked on my Instagram, on my made page. These turned out just so cool. I'm really blown away by how vibrant White River got that blue G10 to be. And I'm going to save, by the way, my favorite knife for last here out of this drop, my personal favorite. Next up, we have an OD green blade with natural micarta and OD green Kydex. This is basically the classic here, guys. This is not technically my low-vis. Low-vis is my parkerized color. This is just olive drab. It looks fantastic, though. All of these, actually, I find that adventure crafts are very, very female popular. I've had so many women come up to me at Blade Show and stuff like that and say that the adventure craft is their favorite knife, or even say that they don't usually like knives. They just ended up there with their spouse or boyfriend or whatever, and they just fall in love with them. So yes, get your wives adventure crafts, crafters of the adventure. All right, we've got high vis knives, guys. I don't know if I need to pull these out. You're probably familiar with the high vis color combo. If you're not, the idea here is that red is the last color in dying light, the last color that your eye sees. And red and white is a color scheme that your brain automatically associates with emergency. So that is the Exodus knife and tool high vis. Just today or yesterday, someone asked what my high vis colors were because I mentioned it, and I showed it to them, and they're like, oh, sorry, I thought it was going to be like a neon color or something like that. That's what most people think. Not at Exodus Knife and Tool. What's up, old Ben? Then we have the no-viz. I should be doing this like a trendy unboxing type thing in the trendy way, but this is how we're doing it. All of this will be on the website except for the donut knives. This, what's up, Only My Best? This is my first ever drop of official no-viz. This is not black. It is a parkerized color Cerakote over the entire thing to include the logo. So it's Cerakoted right over the logo there. I hope that you can tell in the video, some of this, it's all the same color. Some of it looks gray, and in the light, you get a little bit of a green hint through it. This is a wild color, guys. What's up, man? This is wild. So I will have no-viz. This is the first run of no-viz ever. I have to keep one of these each myself because I don't even have a no-viz. This has been in the works for so long. I have one as an adventure craft and one as a jackalope. And man, the blacked out with the logo underneath. These are cool. These are freaking cool. I have this in the jackalope as well. I'll yoink that. So stoked to get no-viz. I think we are going to have serial number 1776 in this drop. If we do, that will be the first serial number ever that I pull out. So here's our jackalope in no-viz. And as you might expect, it looks the same as the adventure craft in no-viz, but bigger. Just so you know, the texture on the handle scales on no-viz is very different with the Cerakote over top of the micarta. You don't see that very often. It's very, very grippy. Very wild. Big fan. Very different. I'm actually going to have to do a whole video on the no-viz because it is a color scheme that I have been working to get out for probably close to a year that just never happened yet. All right, now my favorite thing. I'm going to pull both of these out at the same time. Adventure Craft is life. Bring back the Krypton Python Black Sling. I do have Cryptek Typhon available. Yeah. That's available on the website. Yeah, that's available on the website for custom order. I don't have them ready to ship, but I might be able to make that happen at some point. All right. Any plans for a step up from the jackalope? Yes. Big, big plans. And I also have plans for a step down from the adventure craft, believe it or not. All right. This is a parkerized blade with Dymilux wood scales. And by the way, side by side, you can tell that although the design language is the same between the adventure craft and the jackalope, they are, in fact, their own unique designs. So this color here, again, it looks like a gray or a black. In certain light, it looks OD green. It looks like it changes sometimes. It is meant to mimic the parkerizing on classic guns and the look of a classic parkerized finish or color along with these wood scales is blowing my mind. I freaking love it. I wish I was keeping one of these each instead of the no-viz. I can't tell you how much I freaking love these. Holy crap. Okay, so the Mondayest of all Mondays, I mentioned that. So this morning, I got a video up, as you guys might know, and then I went to go finish helping my neighbor fix their car. You see, I have an elderly neighbor. I think he's 87. He has dementia now, I think. And his daughter's a little bit touched. Park like a World War II 1911. That's exactly right. His daughter's a little bit touched, and she just smashed their only vehicle for no reason right outside my house. So the only vehicle that they had before that was this little Ford Focus. And he said it just needed to charge the battery and an oil change. So I did the oil change. It needed a new battery. So I went and bought a battery. And this morning I put it into the car. I got it started. And I found out that it has absolutely no brakes. So now I'm in the process. I'm going to take it to the local shop, have them do the brakes. I'm going to do that for them. But after I got done with that, my neighbor Billy, I might talk with Risky Krisky. Risky and I have mentioned it before. My neighbor who I think has dementia, Billy, he's lived in a few different houses before. He said, "Can you take me home?" I'm sitting right in front of his house. I said, "Okay, Billy." Long story short, I drove him around, and he had me take him right back to his house. Really weird, losing it a little bit. Okay. Then I went to the bank. I am looking into setting up a business account and doing a business line of credit. There's been no official lending involved in my business ventures up till this point. So I got done with that. Let's see, came home, got all these knives, got really excited. My wife, Mariah, called and said that she's having some problems with her car with the AC. I had just messed with it. I think it was fine. Long story short, she overheated. So I went to go look at her car, take the kids home, and I was going to go back there and potentially fix the car and get it home. And I expected to see water antifreeze. And when I got to where she was on the side of the road, I saw oil. And so I think, fairly certain, that we smoked the whole motor in my wife's car. So what that's going to, lots of vehicle stuff today. Oh, I got my car back today, and that's actually a whole story too. That's why I did first thing this morning, and they've had it for a week. They didn't even tell me that it was done under warranty. They never told me that it was done. They didn't give me a rental car, so I just had to call them and be like, "Hey, what's up with my car?" "Oh yeah, it's done, dude." You could have told me that. But in my last trip that I need to get back to doing videos on, I thought I had a wheel bearing problem. Long story short, I didn't. So it was a tire problem. Discount Tire just giving it to me again. Lots of car stuff today. Very car heavy day here. So it's always a rush when I get a run of these knives in. It means knife sales. It also means knife bills. I've got to pay the piper. And with the wife's car being down, it's going to be a little wild. So with that being said, if you guys, do I do a Black Friday sale? I never have for Exodus Knife and Tool. I've actually only done one limited sale ever with Exodus Knife and Tool. What's up, UFOs? With that being said, with a little bit of the squeeze here, if you guys can share Exodus Knife and Tool stuff, just word of mouth with your knife buddies, that would really go a long ways. A lot of you guys do so much for me when it comes to sharing these products. And, a lot of people are never, ever, ever, ever going to understand why a knife this size would be between $140 and $190. Now that I am where I am, sometimes I wonder how we can get them as cheap as we do with White River. I mean, they're just amazing. Another big update that I forgot to mention earlier, all the knives are coming with black hardware now. Hey guys, so every single little thing, every single little detail in these knives gets considered, and every single step costs money. And this is a step that I am incredibly excited about. So that's what's going on, guys. Lots of car stuff. I think what we might do, for anybody who cares, we might end up selling Mariah's car as is for parts, and selling my car as well, and just getting a much larger family vehicle, because we're intending to have more kids. Can't fit them all in a car. Might need a big old van or a bus. But that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't really know if I was going to do this video or how to do this video, but I feel like going live is kind of a good way to have an intimate discussion with some of my closest followers and friends. Really appreciate you guys. Hope this video didn't come off the wrong way. And I am far past needing to be in bed. Today was not physically demanding, and yet I feel like it really, really was. So, go rack, guys. Thank you for tuning in. You all have a blessed evening. I'll talk to you soon.